When you have door opposite door in the apartment, in the house, then there is a fraction. Then there is like a competition. So then it's better to close it. Okay. If I have only one door and nothing on the other side, then I can leave it open. If the door is opposite the window, then we should close it because the energy comes in from the door, from the window, and it's creating a runway, which we don't want. Okay, so then we can, let's say, put the curtains. We are spiritual people, and as more we develop this, we go with our intuition, we are doing the right thing. Okay, normally people, especially children, you put their bed in this direction and they sleep just the opposite when you find them because they still know what's good for them. Or you have craving for a certain food. That means your body needs this food. Okay, so, yes, we should follow our intuition. Normally, it is a good thing and it shows us what is good for us.
Welcome to the Baggage Begun Healing Hearts and Minds podcast.
Welcome to Baggage Begun Healing Hearts and Minds. Today I have the pleasure of welcoming Anette Halfon, an international Feng Shui expert, Chinese astrology specialist, and founder of Soul's Mirror and U Chakra Meditation. Anette actually visited my home not long ago, and I had such an experience. The insights she shared and the changes she suggested brought so much clarity and balance to my space. And I'm thrilled to have her here to dive deeper into how our environment influences our health, wealth, and happiness. Hi, Annette.
Hi,
Welcome.
Tammy. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. And I know our listeners will be as fascinated as I was by your wisdom and unique perspective. Can you tell us about your personal journey to Feng Shui and Chinese astrology? What inspired you to dive into this field?
Okay, I studied theology, and when I came to Israel, I grew up my kids. We have three kids, and I was mom for many years. And then I thought, I need to do something. I have so much to give. And so I was looking for, I made courses, interior design, Reiki, Shiatsu, all kind. And then by chance, and there is no chance and no coincidence, I saw advertising for Feng Shui and I thought, oh, how nice, some good energies. That could be nice. And then when I started it, I saw, wow, it's such a world. And yes, that was my calling. And now I'm more than 20 years already going to people's home and trying to bring them better energies.
Is there any personal reason that inspired you to dive into this field?
I'm I was always a very spiritual person, and the feng shui is actually a very practical mean to make this into action. So I can help people with means I didn't have before.
Give us examples. What do you mean I can help them? In what way?
Okay, when I studied theology, a man came to me with his marriage problems. I was by then 28 years old. I only could listen. I had no tools. Now, if someone comes to me with marriage problems, of course, I can see it. I can help them. Okay? By moving the beds, we can see it on their personal chart if they are competitive. We can teach each other how the other person thinks or how to treat them to make it work. Okay, so we have a lot of tools.
I noticed that you describe Feng Shui as the mirror of your soul. Can you elaborate on this concept and how it goes beyond just arranging furniture?
Okay, so every one of us, the moment we are born, we get a parcel of energies. Okay, and the Chinese, they have Chinese astrology, so we can see these energies. There are eight energies together. Every one of us has eight energies, and the way they are divided in the five elements, the cycle of the five elements is the basic of Chinese medicine also. So, and then I know how the person, what's his character, what he needs, what element is missing. And with this knowledge, I come to the home and then I see what furniture he needs, what direction he needs. There are people, they need all glass and steel, and other people, they need all wood and jungle. Okay, so it's very personal. What you need is not, we don't know if it's the same then for your husband. Okay, so we have to find a common ground. If a person is alone, that makes it easier. So we can do it just for him or for her alone. But the whole family, usually everyone brings a character that is making the family whole.
And
Okay.
can you elaborate about what do you mean it's making the family whole? Like to create harmony, there is a certain requirement.
Yes, yes. Because one person is very energetic, the other one is more drawn inside. Then there is another one that likes only to cook and to eat. Everyone has his own qualities. And in the family, as even if we are, I mean, I can see it on my kids. We have three kids, same father, same mother, that grow up in the same house, and each one is totally different. Okay, so each one has a quality that all together it makes it a whole universe.
So, how do you decide what each person needs from their home environment based on this energy and birth date?
Okay, so just in the birth date, we can see which is your character. Okay, and according to this, we can see if the character is strong or if the character needs some help, some confidence. Okay, if the character can be strong and doesn't take out, so we have tools to take out. Let's say, okay, take my example. I'm a wood person and I have a little bit too much water. That means wood needs water, right? So I have confidence. That's okay. And for me, my passion is to take it out. And this, after the wood gives wood to the fire. Fire is communication, it's talking, it's spirituality. So this is my passion. Okay, and with this, the next element in the cycle would be earth. Earth is helping, taking care. Okay, so when I'm a wood person, I have the energy, I have the drive to do something spiritual, to talk to people, and to help them. Okay, so we can really see this when the baby is born. What are his inborn qualities? And then by colors, by directions, we can help him personally. That's the Chinese chart. But then it comes the Feng Shui. So this baby is born into a house. Okay, now in the house, every area, according to the direction, really the southeast north direction, um, it describes how I feel at home. Okay, I can give you another example from home. When we moved into the house 30 years ago, I just started. We bought a house and then I started Feng Shui to study it. So I had no idea yet. Actually, the kids, they choose the house. They came in, they, we took them from kindergarten, they came into this new house and they said, okay, here is my room, here is my room. And then everything, the next day we got to, okay, the house is ours. But my big daughter, she is beautiful, she's intelligent. She looked at the mirror and she didn't like what she saw. Okay, so in the house, the first thing we learn is the floor plan. Okay, so in this new house, uh, the my son, he has in the floor plan, he's the east in the house. So everything represented in the east is my son. He's got the dining room, he's got upstairs a bedroom. He is the king. The same with the little sister. Okay, she got the mamad, the guest room. She got upstairs another bedroom. She is the king, the queen. And my poor Atara, what did she get? In the first floor, beside the kitchen, the pantry, which all the recycle and the garbage and this, and upstairs the washing dryer area. And she felt like Cinderella. Okay, so it really, she was struggling, and she didn't want to stay at home. She went to live with grandma in Germany after she finished school, and also there. So I told my husband, listen, if we want to help her, we have to change the house. And we changed. We were living 1 year with iron beams in the living room. 1 year, not to destroy the stability of the house because we have a big staircase on one side. And now I was changing the areas of my biggest daughter, which is the southeast in the house. So from the pantry and upstairs the washing dryer area became a staircase, another staircase to enter the. We changed on the second floor. We made another apartment there for the kids. So, and the staircase we made was from the elements that are good for her. She needs metal and wood. So the staircase is metal and wood. And we didn't even finish building it. We were just in the beginning. She came home. She knew what she wanted to study. It was, the change was remarkable. Okay, but not everybody has to destroy the house. Okay, sometimes it's enough that you just change the direction of the bed or you change the direction of the office. I mean, it depends on the situation of the family. Okay, I have families, for them, it's hard to build one wall in a color that I want. And then I have families, they say, okay, the house is not good, so we sell it. Okay, it depends on the situation. But in any way, we can do something.
How does the energy of a home impact each family member differently? For, for instance, how can the layout influence, let's say, areas like our health, our mood, or even the relationships between the family members?
Of course, because at the floor plan, okay, I'm standing with the compass. We have to work with the compass. And today, everyone has a smartphone, so there's a compass built in. So the compass direction and the floor plan tell me what's going on in this house or in this apartment. So I can see if I have in the area for the husband, for the authority, if I have there a good room. What's a good room? If I have there bedroom, office, or garage even, it means the guy can, he is in a good space. Okay, if he got the garage, means he's coming and going with his car all the time. That's his space. But and then we have to see the area of the wife, of the woman in the house. If she has also a bedroom or kitchen or dining room in the southwest, then first of all the couple, they are good, both of them, they have good potential. If I have only a good space in the men's area and the woman, she has only the bathroom or the pantry, she will never be happy. She will never feel she can fulfill herself. Okay, that's why I'm doing a lot. I just yesterday I was in Tel Aviv, and I was checking up five floor plans. The one I said to her, it's a lady that she wants to have this apartment. I said, here you're attracting a man that only will live on your money. She says, actually, it happened, won't happen again. Okay, so this apartment is not for her. Then we have another apartment, great for the man, but the woman, her area is very small and very not ideal. Okay, so really on the floor plan, we can see what's going on for each one in the family.
Very interesting. And I forgot to mention to the listeners that you are located in Israel.
I'm flying so much up, and so I'm hard to catch in Israel.
Yeah, and I was lucky to see you during in November when you were in LA. So hopefully you're gonna be here again February, and we can see you again, and maybe even have a workshop with you.
Hmm.
I'm going to ask you, what are the most important areas in a home for creating harmony among family members? Because a lot of people asking me often about ways to create niches, places, areas, so we can come together and feel some serenity within our homes.
Hmm. Okay, so in the house, actually, we have two places. One would be the center of the home. The center of the home, it's like there should be the heart. Okay, so
What is the
inside,
center of the home? Can you explain? What do you mean center of the home? Is it the kitchen? Is it the living room? Is it the dining room?
if
Yeah.
you, no, if you really take the floor plan and you go in the middle,
Okay.
it can be a post door, it can be a corridor, it can be a staircase. Many places, I've seen this in Calabasas a lot, they have in the center of the home, they have the toilets. Okay, and this shows already, I mean, family reunion on the toilet, that's not ideal. Okay, so these are things, they are simply, they are no.
So what do you suggest if someone has the toilet? I understand staircase, but what do you do if the toilet is in the middle of the floor plane?
Um, okay, then outside you put more family pictures, and you have then to work outside. Okay, wherever you can, living room, or you make it that everyone who comes in, he notice, okay, here is a family. To give some attention, they are connected to the family. Let's say one wall with vacation pictures or collage with when the kids were small or things like this. Attention. That's all we need. Okay. And then we have also the outside of the home, which is the back side of the home. This is family. Okay. Not the front. The front is like our face. We can put a little bit of makeup and say, voila. But the back of the home, this is the intimacy. There, I want to have the secret space. Okay, not the storage. We need there some protection. Yes, that can be a wall of trees. It can be a mountain, but everything also has to be in proportion. Okay, especially in LA, in the Hollywood mountains, sometimes the mountain is steep like this, and then it's not a protection anymore. It becomes a danger.
So what do you suggest in this case? What do you suggest when you see something that might be not safe for the family?
Then, when I see something not safe, I tell them that it's not a good space. Okay. If I see that there is a mountain a landslide can take the whole house down, of course I will tell them. I mean, they probably know it.
I understand. Very interesting what you do. So you mentioned that stairways and corners influence energy flow. And here we are all about energy. So what are your tips for managing these areas effectively?
Okay, we don't want to have sharp corners in our homes. First of all, sharp corners, you can hurt yourself. Okay, so everything, but there are corners. So we have to a little bit to decorate them in a way that they cannot be a danger. Okay, so if you have something sharp, you can make some decoration or have a plant with that grows down that you cannot hurt yourself on this corner. mean, of course, if everything is a little bit more rounded, the energy flow is easier.
So if someone planning right now to redesign the stairways, is there something that you recommend for them to do?
Oh, yes. The first thing is never, never, never have the staircase opposite the entrance door. Also, for all the realtors, they know Asian people, they open the door, they see the staircase, they go out. Okay, because this is the energy, they come in and gets a boost that becomes negative. And then things happen in this house. I'm just having a case like this in Florida now. Really, the opposite the entrance, you don't have almost no space to close the door and you have to run up the stairs already. And they have accidents. Unbelievable. Okay, so I told them, this is a house, get out. And there is no fix for this. If I have space between the entrance door and the staircase is far away, then I can create maybe a table in the middle or a big plant or something that blocks this energy. But if I don't have space, there is not much to do.
Great. So I'm going to move to ask you about our health. What are some common energy blocks in homes that can affect our health, and how can people clear them?
Okay, so first of all, the yearly energies, there is also an energy that shows health problems.
How
Okay.
is the energy of this year, the upcoming year? It's very interesting because we're doing this interview almost, it's the new year. What's the energy?
Yes. Okay. So for 24, the health issues, they were in the southeast. Everyone who was sleeping with his head, the headboard towards the southeast, was sleeping on health issues. Okay. And if I have any issue already and I'm sleeping on these energies, really you can feel it. Now, the good news is, good and bad news, always together. Next year, 2025, we don't have one energy that is connected to this health issue because we have 8 directions, right? We have south, southeast, east, 8 directions, and we have 9 energies. So every direction get one energy, and one of the energies goes in the middle. And this gives the tone, the subject of the year. And in the coming year, in the year of the snake, the energy of health problems, it's the number 2 in Flying Star, who is in the field here, goes in the middle. That means health issues, they will be the subject of the year. Because next year, in the coming year, we have the snake. Now, imagine you have a little snake in your garden. Until the snake doesn't bite you, you don't know that she's there. Okay, so a snake hits suddenly. And this is the problem next year, because next year we have a high fire. And high fire in the body is connected to blood pressure, to heart, to thyroid. So in the coming year, this will be a problem for many people.
So what do you suggest us to do? Because we enter 5. Is there any
Okay.
suggestion?
So there are, first of all, we want to sleep in good energies. So next year, my bad energies are in the north and the northeast. So we should not sleep with our head for the whole year next year, starting in February the 3rd. We should not sleep with the head towards the north or the northeast. This makes things worse. Okay, that's actually the biggest secret. We never, where there are bad energies, if you have a dog, he will not sleep there. Okay, if its favorite place is at the moment in the north, if in the coming year he will move, he will find another spot.
So where did you suggest to move it as of February?
Okay, So we have all the other directions that are possible. And this is also, again, personal, because there are people, they need uh, eastern directions, and the other people need the western directions. Okay, so we have to see what is good for you. I cannot let you sleep on your personally worst direction, even I have good energy there.
Okay, wonderful. So good to know. We're entering a snake year. There is high fire, so watch for your health. Good to know.
So how can we balance fire? So what is the best suggestion? How can we balance the fire of next year?
I'm listening to you. I'm all ears.
No, I'm asking you. When I have a high fire, how can I balance it?
Usually with water.
Exactly. Okay, so next year we should go more to the water. We have to drink more water. Water is the secret.
Uh,
Take long showers, go more swimming. Okay, by this we can really balance these energies and we will feel much better.
okay, wonderful. I love that. As someone who loves water, it's a good suggestion for me too. So thank you.
So there are colors of water. You are wearing them.
Yeah.
It's black and dark blue. Yes, these are watercolors. Okay, so you are perfectly set already for the whole year.
Okay, great. And maybe hang watercolors paintings, maybe as an artist. Thank
Okay, yes, yes. So we can put people, when we see in the personal chart that their fire is too high, we can put in their area at home, we can put their water related objects, which would be a picture of the ocean. Water is also mirror. We can put there a mirror. We have to see what it is, what area. If it's the entrance door, we can put there somewhere a mirror. Of course, the mirror should not be exactly opposite the entrance door, but on the side. But we can balance every person also by putting the right furniture, the right style, and help him or her with also with health issues.
you. This is good information for next year for people to know. Can you tell us a little bit about how can Feng Shui be used to design a home that attracts financial success and opportunities for 2025?
Okay, for 25. Okay, so first of all, we want to avoid the bad energies. That's the first thing.
And how
Okay,
we avoid bad energy, how we avoid bad energy.
first of all, you know already now for next year, the bad energy will be in the north and the northeast. So in the house, I want to keep these areas in every room. What we have, Feng Shui is like an onion. We have layers on layers on layers. Okay, so what we have on the whole house, we have it in every room. So if the east side, you check out the east side is good. So this east side, you have it in the living room, you have it in the bedroom, you have it in the dining room, you have the east. Where I have good energies, I want to dance, I want to put clocks, I want to put crystals, I want to move it. Okay, there our dog will be happy. If where the bad energies are, the north and the northeast in the coming year, there I have to tiptoe. I don't want to put there anything that can activate this bad energy. That means I don't want to put there my important papers, my checks, my jewelry. Okay, very important. Because when these things are on the bad energies, it's calling for problems.
So you said don't put like paperwork, checks, and jewelry. Why jewelry?
Because my jewelry, if it is in the bad energy, it's calling the thief to come and take it,
Oh,
which I don't want. Okay? If you have a side door in the north, the northeast, this is the door next year that you should have a camera watching it. Because there, if somebody would break in, what we don't hope, it would come from the north or the northeast. In the coming year, I mean, look at the worldwide. The whole thing is also worldwide energy. The problems are in north, northeast. In the world, this is from Israel I live in Israel, so we are in a war now. So the problem will be Lebanon, Syria, Iran. It goes in this direction.
Wow.
Okay, this year the bad energy was in the south. Look, the Houthis, they are still fighting. Day before yesterday, 4 o'clock in the morning, we had the alarm. You have to run to the shelter and wait until the alarm is over. And then you try to sleep again. Okay.
My whole family are living in Israel, so I'm aware of those instances.
Yeah. And it is goes together. That's why I'm also once a month, even every first Sunday in a month, I'm doing a half an hour Zoom seminary that is free. And there I talk about the energies, especially of each month.
You have it next week, right?
Exactly. It's when is it in January?
5th.
Yes,
Okay, so I'm
no,
gonna put your website in the show notes so people can sign up and hear about the energy of the month.
exactly. So, and what's interesting, because we are still in the dragon year, okay? The dragon is a very powerful year. And always we have a little, it's more interesting when the new year comes in and goes out. Okay, so January is always a very, very high spiritual, high problematic also months because most incidents happen in January. Think about the big tsunami that was in Asia a few years ago, and January is always a little bit critical. And this
Why is
coming January,
why is that?
because the energy is coming in and coming out, so they're mixing up. So, and because we're in the dragon, and the dragon year, everything was in big. Okay, the dragon is the only animal that can fly, that can spit fire. That's why they took the energies, the symbol of a dragon. So the dragon in January, it's going to be interesting
Tell us more.
because the energies of the year, that the dragon year is still January, is still the dragon year, okay? It's still the same energies than the whole year. And the energies of the months, they fall together. That means what is bad, it's even worse. What is good is even better.
So how can we prepare ourselves for January?
Okay, so first of all, come to my webinar. It's free. You get all the information. If you cannot, it will be on YouTube also. You can see it there afterwards, and then you get exactly the directions. We always want to sleep on good directions, okay, on good energies, and we want to have, when we are working, we need good energies in our back. Okay, so what I'm doing monthly is actually it's I'm checking my back. So my desk is moving from here, sometimes a little bit to the side or to the other side, depends. I always want to have good energies in my back. Okay.
Amazing.
And,
חכי שנייה,
and
שנייה.
the change is immediate. Immediate. I was just now in beginning of December in Florida, and I changed young couple. They moved into a new house, and I changed his sitting position. The desk. He's working from home. He wrote me a WhatsApp. He says, Annette, I changed last night. I changed the office the way you said it. I put it up like this. Today I got a increase in my salary and a bonus. The same, okay, immediately effect. Apropos money, we said we want to have, so sit on good energies and you are boosting.
I also changed the whole direction of my office after you visited my home because you said it's better energy. So I changed it and I already feel that. So thank you.
You're welcome.
נדבר על זה?
Okay,
Okay, very good. So let's say what Feng Shui adjustment can couples make to enhance their intimacy and connection? Or for the singles, what tip do you have for singles looking to attract love using Feng Shui principles?
Okay, so there are two areas in the house. They are responsible for the relationship, okay? The area of the woman and marriage, which is the southwest. So every southwest, we ladies, we should put there in every room, okay? We should put there, first of all, something that we like to strengthen ourselves. And then if I have a husband already or so, then I want to have a picture there with for love or with the two of us or things like this. If I'm single, okay, I want to put there a symbol for love. Now, if I'm a lady looking for a man, I put in the southwest in my area, I put there the love symbol. I'm ready for a partner. And then I go to the northwest, which is the male part. Okay. And there I put there things that I want to get from a man. Okay. So if I want to have a man that is traveling the world, I can put there a globe. I can put there, if it's a storage, I can put there the suitcases. Okay. Or I can put there a bookshelf with interests that I would like to share with a man.
So like the book that reflects what you want, right? Like if
Yes,
okay, amazing.
yes. Okay, so whatever I put there, this is the energy I'm attracting. Okay, so if I want to have a Jewish man, I put there um, some Jewish symbols. Okay, if I want to get something else, if I want to, then I put there the Buddha or whatever is fitting to me.
I love that. You know what I
Okay,
started doing with my clients after our together? I started because I do my meetings on Zoom. I started asking the single ladies to show me their space now in Zoom.
yes,
So we
yes,
go and I watch it and I see how most of them, some of them have no, first of all, it's a messy home. So I tell them it's all about energy and preparing your home for your soulmate or your boyfriend or the love of your life. And I tell them, first of all, to clear the clutter because there is no room for the guy with all the
yes,
objects in the home. And another thing that I noticed, it's the little symbols and the pictures and the books. Some of them have no
exactly.
family pictures.
Exactly. Lot of single people, they have also outside on their pictures single things. It can be a single tree, it can be a single dog, it can be a single boat, but single. Okay, so if we want a relationship, I need two. Okay, so especially I need the pairs in two areas. In the pair of the husband, the northwest. Okay, I don't want to have a lot of designers, they put everywhere three. Three, it looks nice, okay. But if I have the three in the man, I don't want to have a threesome. I don't want him to have somebody else on the side. Okay, I want him for myself. I want to have only two there. Must be clear.
So for people who want to stay and find their love or enhance their relationship, just remember to put the symbols in pairs and
Yes,
things that
yes,
bring joy.
definitely. Definitely. It sends the energy out. I'm ready for a relationship.
The
And another tip for a lot of single people, because they live in small spaces, they push their bed to the corner, to the side. No, we need, even symbolically, we need access from both sides. Okay, so even if you need leave a little space like this between the wall and you put there some books, stable books or something, because it doesn't fit a nightstand or so, but you are ready for somebody, even if it's symbolic. Yes,
important to know that our energy is what bring the soulmate. It's and the actions, the vibration within us.
yes, when I'm ready, the soulmate comes.
Exactly. And it starts with our intention, with our vibration, the vibration that we are sending out because everything is energy.
Exactly, exactly.
I want to ask you about parents, how they can use Feng Shui to create an ideal environment for their children's growth and well being.
Okay. First of all, we can see again on the date of birth of the child which are the best colors for this child. Okay. and how to treat the child. If the child needs some space to develop himself, or he needs a more structured life, we can see this. And then by colors, by the right directions for the child, then they can organize their bedrooms. Okay, so I just last week I did a consultation. The young child, she has too much earth. Okay, she is all earth. That means a little bit slow, a little bit heavy. It also means stomach problems because it's connected to the earth is our stomach in the apartment. Her area, which is the first girl, the southeast, there was only a stuffed storage. Okay, so the first thing I told the parents, you have to make order here. Again, take all the stuff, get it out, put there. It is a storage, it will stay a storage, but at least make it nicely organized and put their things. They are connected to kids and, okay, not just garbage there. So that was the first thing. And then in her room, so we want to balance this earth. That means I need more metal for her because the metal element absorbs this heavy earth. Okay, so she needs structure. She needs also in the southeast, we put there a metal framed picture with her to get really the element of metal into her through the apartment. And we can do this in every room.
Got it. Very interesting. So they will have to hire you. So that's very interesting how we can influence by the
Yes.
things that we put in the home. And I'm realizing how it's important not to have clutter, even in our storage room,
Hmm.
to
Yes.
be mindful about the placement of our things and let go of what we're not using
Oh, yes. Oh,
in
yeah.
this area. So I know that I need to pray about that for God to come and help me to let go of more things. And so thank you for that. How does intuition play a role in creating balanced and harmonious living space? Because you know the information, but some people intuitively feel it. Like if something doesn't work, I always close doors. And I know it's a feng shui thing. I never knew why I need the doors to be closed. And now I have a mentor that she said energy just run out and come in. Intuitively, I do that.
Okay. It depends. It depends. There are, when you have door opposite door in the apartment, in the house, then there is a fraction. Then there is like a competition. So then it's better to close it. Okay. If I have only one door and nothing on the other side, then I can leave it open. If the door is opposite the window, then we should close it because the energy comes in from the door, from the window, and it's creating like a runway, which we don't want. Okay, so then we can, let's say, put the curtains. We are spiritual people, and as more we develop this, we go with our intuition, we are doing the right thing. Okay, normally people, especially children, you put their bed in this direction and they sleep just the opposite when you find them because they still know what's good for them. Or you have craving for a certain food. That means your body needs this food. Okay. So, yes, we should follow our intuition. Normally, it is a good thing and it shows us what is good for us.
So this is good information. What's, let's say, simple feng shui adjustment anyone can make today to improve the energy in their home?
Like you said, declutter, have free space that the energy can flow. Don't stuck things under your bed. We need the energy under your bed to flow. Okay. If you don't have space, you have a box on wheels. You take it out, you can clean it and you can push it back. Okay. But if you just have things stuck underneath, things are stuck. Yeah. Because everywhere where there is things are just stuffed under or in a corner, the energies are stuck there. And because every corner is influencing something in our life or somebody, so we are influencing somebody. Okay, so I'm just remembering, that was 20 years ago in LA also. I came to a house and the girl's room, she was 16, just before college, and it was so messy. She had in her little room everything on the floor. Her beddings, her shoes, her books. I didn't dare to step in because it was so I didn't want to step on her beddings. And then I told her, listen, I mean, it's your room. You can make whatever you want there. It's your privacy. But in this case, her room was her father's area. So you are making, by doing this mess, you are influencing your father, not in a good way. And she was a very smart girl. She got it. And she moved to college a few months later. She cleaned up. The father, he took this room as his office and at once got a raise in his salary and his position. So it is wherever we have the mess, it's influencing someone in the family or something in our life.
Do you recommend any daily rituals or practices to align our energy with our environment, our homes?
Yes, definitely. Okay, our last thought before we fall asleep at night is very powerful. And by putting the attention, what do we want? If we need more harmony in the family, we can see this already. We see the family happy together or safe. Okay. With this thought, we go to sleep. The morning, the first, when we wake up, before we go out of bed, we say thank you and we see the same picture again. Like this, we can send protection to the family and also healing whatever you need.
So you basically telling us before we go to bed to be in state of gratitude, to send energy of protection and healing to whoever we want, no matter
Yes,
where they are.
yes, yes.
I like it.
Because then our mind, when we sleep, our mind will work this idea and bring it into reality.
Also, this is what we focus on just before we go to sleep. So what we focus on usually expand. It's a
Yes.
great recommendation. Can you share something memorable that happened in your consultation experience that changed someone's life?
Oh, just thinking somewhere that was very funny, actually. Um, I give a lecture, and that's about 15 years ago, something. Um, and an elderly lady, she came to me after the lecture and she was walking very, very carefully and she came to me. She hardly could speak. She said, I need you to come to my house. When I saw her, I really thought, oh my God, she is so sick. I don't think I can do something. That's cancer last stage or something like this. Okay, I took her date of birth and I made an appointment. And when I prepared her chart, I couldn't find anything. I couldn't see anything negative. So that's very strange because if there is a fatal illness, something, you can see it. Okay, so when I came to her house, she hardly could open the door. And then I asked her, what are the doctors telling you? And she said, they cannot find anything. I said, okay, so first of all, I also don't find anything. So now let's find the problem. You know what she had in her beautiful home? The floor plan was perfect. Perfect, okay? Her area was the bedroom, a beautiful bedroom. The direction of the bed was ideal position. She didn't have to do anything. What did she have in the southwest in her area in the bedroom? Tammy, now you will laugh. She had there seven statues with the ashes of her late dogs, 7 of them. Death in her bedroom, and she was sure she's going to die. So I told her, now, you move this outside of the house. Put it meanwhile on the balcony until you find a place for it wherever your dogs want it to be, but out of your house. And this lady, she also was a painter. And she had in another area of the house, also in the southwest, which is her, she had a picture there, a lady sitting like this, no face, and she called it the suffering lady. I said, okay, homework. First of all, ashes go out. Secondly, you paint this lady a happy face and you call it the healed lady. Now, after I left, she called me up again. She said she wants me to come a few days later again. Just 2, 3 days later, I'm coming to her house. She opens the door and she says, look what I did already. I did not recognize her. She found her voice back. She was energetic. She was walking. There was such a change from 3 days ago. She was hardly walking, had no voice, sure she's going to die. And then when I came half a year later to the same area, she said, now I want you to come and fix the house that I will have a relationship again. Okay. That was so astonishing to see this immediate change. If we have problems, they are in the house, so we can fix them.
Great to know that. I started paying attention to all the corners in my home. So thank you so much. It's really inspiring to see your work, and working with you was amazing. Anette, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us today. I am sure our listeners are walking away inspired and ready to do whatever changes they need to their homes and their lives. For anyone who wants to dive deeper, don't forget to check out Annette's website at fengshui.com. I'm going to
Feng Shui Mirror.
Feng Shui M.
fengshuim.com. Mm-hmm.
And I know in social media you're under Soul's Mirror. So I'm going to
Exactly.
put the show notes. And if you enjoy this episode, please subscribe, leave reviews, and share it with someone who could benefit from this amazing insight. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much, Annette, for your beautiful insight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And don't forget, I'm coming to see you in February.
I am looking forward. Thank you so much. I'm going to put it
Thank
in
you.
the notes. Thank you. And thank you to our listeners for being here today.
Thank you.